It's not a very exciting, background here. Oh. I'm gonna talk about this. The things we do when we have so much time on our hands. Let's pull up some tunes. I don't know what I feel like listening to. Our kind of sourcing weather. Here we go. Put some of this. All right. Oh, we have a viewer. Hello, Mister. Hello, Mister. Did you hear the latest news? Are you still on the road or are you back at home? What's the story? What's the story with you? Look what I found. Oh. How does it sound, Terrace? Tell me how it sounds on your end. All treble, no bass? Yeah. I can't go live on my phone anymore. Yeah. It's come to that. So I need to be like you. I need to hope somebody buys me a bunch of subs. It's hilarious. just go on. Yeah, more thumbs than there are viewers. I just ordered some pizza. So I figured I'd play some music for myself and maybe chit chat with you. But you wanna hold on. Let's do this one on here. Love me, then don't stop. Hold on. Weird, I can't. Oh, okay. There we go. Sorry. What'd you say? What? Oh, okay. Okay. I say it as a joke, really. I'm not really like I'm like I could go and buy subs, right? I can go, hey, get your thing going. Can I talk to you on? You want to get your Hangouts going? Well, they're not that expensive. Apparently, like for $10, you can buy like 1,000 subs or something. $5. Let me just do that. Yeah. Yeah. Fire up your Hangouts, your chit chat on Hangouts, and then we can see if like I'll talk to you on Hangouts here. I don't think that would work. Take your time, man. The last of my Moroccan hash that I'm smoking. And like I said, I just ordered a midnight snack. You're really gonna have to give me like a full tutorial on how to get my full capacity here, you know? Full use. I want to do the screen share and all that stuff. You're gonna have to install TeamViewer, and you're just gonna take control of my computer. And night mode. Check out this tune. checking out bathrooms at the same time. Okay, so if you see me looking at the screen like this, is because checking out bathrooms. Bathrooms and shelves. Oh, we have another viewer. Oh, hello, welcome viewer. You gotta tell me how it sounds. I'm waiting for my pizza, and I thought I'd play some tunes. While checking out some shelving units, not units, like shelving ideas, DIY shelving ideas. Ooh, that's nice. So nice. Looking at some ideas for some bedside tables here. So lovely. What people can do. So lovely. Check this out. Of course this had to happen, right? So we'll do a re-edit. That's what we're gonna do. while I wait for my friends.
Have you ever felt like you've been hurt before? By the ones that said they only love you more. The pain and scars of sorrow, like an empty shell I wait for tomorrow. Since you're wondering why you walked away, did I ever do you wrong in any way? Was it something I said to you that made you change? There's no more sun, there's only cloudy days. Yeah. What goes around will come around and come back and get ya.
I'm editing the video right now while I'm doing this.
Getcha.
Okay, so this is the part. This is the stupid. This is the stupid. Yeah. All right.
Walked away. Did I ever do you wrong in any way? Was it something I said to you that made you change? There's no more sun, there's
Wow.
only cloudy days.
Wow. Did you see that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Look. I'm gonna do a little video here. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so check this out. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this one in there as well. So I showed that little clip with yeah, and this yellow. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I'm gonna continue.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. Round 2, I had to cut out the audio, obviously. So I'm here doing a live stream when I discovered this nonsense. And so, yeah, just to keep with the coherent flow. Joke. Actually, here, listen to this. Oh yeah. Oops. What was he saying? Hold on. Hold up. Gotta hold on. Gotta give me a second. Treach. What's next? What's next? I don't know this. I don't know this. That's a fact. Okay, I'm putting money on that. Yes, I'm putting money on that because it's so obvious. Why are you so obvious? Yes. What are we doing, Teach? What are we doing?
Oh yeah. Round 2, I had to cut out the audio, obviously. So I'm here doing a live stream when I discovered this nonsense. And so, yeah, just to keep with the coherent flow. It's a joke. Actually, here, listen to this.
Is it possible to OD from laughter from your own shit? I hope I don't get a copyright strike because of this song. Oh yeah. Oops. What's he saying? Hold on. Hold up. Okay, hold on. Okay, give me a second. Treach. Okay. So am I still? What is this? What is this? Okay, I'm going with this. Seeing how 3 o'clock in the morning is not a good time. Which one? Which one? Okay, I think I'm gonna go hang out with my boy, Monsieur Clarice, Monsieur Renfro. Yeah, I did one of those nose picks. Dun, 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 dun. you hear me? Hold on, I can't hear you. Call by device audio. All right, there we go. Ah, hola. Oh, so can we do something like this? Hold on, let's see. We're like really gonna have some fun with some cross technology.
Are you still streaming on YouTube?
I am. Hold on.
Right.
Maybe can I change the camera? Hold on. Okay, but then, hold on. Now, if you okay, hold on. So there's that. Now I'm looking at you. You're looking at me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But then if I do this, who's looking at who? Hey, this is my friend Terrace Renfro. Say hello, Terrace.
What's up, everybody?
This is what he looks like. Look. and seeing how there's really nobody watching, we can do these kind of silly things, right?
Let me see. I got 3 viewers on them.
Oh, look, there's one viewer. Somebody joined. Good day.
Yeah, let me switch to your stream on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be fun.
Oh, and then you're gonna like, oh yeah, okay, this is cool. We're breaking new grounds here.
We're gonna break the internet.
Okay. I need a selfie stick though. I got like, you're too bright. There we go. There we go.
I found you.
There. Oh, hold on. We're doing the testing here. Is that you? Is that you that's logged in?
Yeah, I just typed something in the chat. But it says nobody's in there. Fucking lying ass YouTube. At least I'm watching, right?
Well,
You're watching on one of your devices.
well.
Fucking lying ass YouTube. Full of shit.
Okay, hold on. Let me relax.
Trying to make you feel like you're not worth it and telling you there's nobody watching when there probably is like 10 or 20 people.
How do you know? How do you know? Maybe there really is nobody watching. Now there's 3 people.
Now it's saying 2. Now it says 2 because I called them out on it, right?
Now it says 3. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure this out.
All right, I'm gonna hit this bowl. I loaded a bowl, waiting to get set up, and I haven't even smoked it yet. So, how terrible is that?
See, I'm trying to figure out some sort of way that you can be in the shot and I can be in the shot, you know?
We'd have to be on your Hangouts, I guess, right?
Yeah, but no, I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
Yeah. There, other than OBS, there's another program that you're supposed to download that allows you to broadcast on multiple platforms at the same time.
This is high tech, okay? You ready for this, Terrace? So I bought this today for several reasons. Okay, you're looking at my bottle of cream. Okay, so hold on. Oh, what's your camera? What are you looking at now? You're looking there, right?
Your bandings, like.
Okay, you're looking at my hands.
I'm watching both. I'm watching on my phone too.
Okay, hold on. So let me switch the camera back to. Okay, there we go. So I bought this, and now I know why I bought this.
I figured you bought that bottle of lotion for something completely
That
different.
is too crazy. No, I was at the pharmacy. And my hands were dry and I needed to buy some diapers for my boy. And then I was like, okay, I need some lotion. But check this out. I don't think we could actually get.
Yeah, because it's perfect. Huh?
It's like the perfect. Oh, that's. Hey, okay, hold on. That's. Yeah, give me a second. Hello? Hello? Yeah, okay, cool. Give me a second. I'm coming.
All right.
Thanks.
On mine.
Okay, you still there?
There you are.
Okay, I my pizza's here. Give me a second, okay? Isn't that great? Okay, hold on. I had some tunes. Here, here.
You put some waiting music on. That's great. How's everybody doing tonight? So I have no idea where this conversation's going. I just got off work, sort of taking a break. I'll probably come back here in an hour or two. Establish one to talk. So we'll see what he has in store for us. You never know. You never know what's going to happen with this guy. Seeing he was streaming, I jumped in and streamed. He's like, well, why don't you set a stream up? So I did. 3 streams in one night, why not? Right? Like, 2 streams with Gina. Second stream, Vessel joined in, and I'm doing a stream with Stash 83. Maybe we'll get a Vessel back on. Maybe we'll get Gina back on. It's almost the weekend, right? I'm going to hit this week, man. I'm going to take these couple more of those out.
Hey, we actually have some viewers now. Is that all you?
Oh, on your channel? Let's see. I just see 2 on yours.
Oh, man, dude, it just got super cold all of a sudden.
Oh,
Hey.
Matt Hyman's in your chat.
Hello. Did the pizza guy mug me? Hold on, let me
What's
serve
up,
you.
Matt Hyman, dude? It's nice to see you. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Got Matt Pyman in Establish 83's chat.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up to him?
We're doing a cross-platform technological thing, and
Sweet.
I'm using an Aveeno lotion bottle
Lotion bottle.
for this. This is like seriously, I'm not kidding. Like seriously, this is literally technology at its finest, right? Oh, hello, Matt Pyman. Nice to
Yeah,
see you.
I'm actually streaming on Vim right now, and we're cross-platform streaming on YouTube as well. I've done this a couple of times on my channel, but I haven't tried to do it on someone else's channel yet. This is interesting. But I have to know that the sound's working properly.
Yeah,
I have to check it.
I think everything's working just fine, actually.
Yeah, Matt Pyman, I told
established 83. I'm sure he bought that bottle of lotion for something else, right?
You're all perverts. You're a bunch of middle-aged perverts.
I'm married. I tell people all the time, dude, I'm married. I can make jokes about that shit because you think that when you get married, you won't have to use lotion anymore. You probably should double up on the lotion. Lotion comes in handy regardless. You definitely don't want a rash. That's right.
Hold on, I'm just getting myself some food.
That's fine, man.
So, what's new and exciting in your world, Terrace?
Not much. Got to wait for the sun to come up, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of yard work, so it'll be a busy day. I'm going to be out there doing yard work, and hopefully I'll get done with that shit by noon, and I can dive in bed and get some rest before I have to go to work. But yeah, I've been kind of had my hands tied because of the rain, and today here in a few hours will be a good time to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and knock it out before I have a fucking rainforest in my front yard.
But hold on, what you have to do some lawn
bushes,
care,
some hedges to trim. I got to trim some hedges and get got a bunch of weeds and shit that didn't quite die off yet. I put some weed and feed out, but it didn't quite kill the weeds off yet. So
isn't that stuff really bad? Isn't that stuff really bad for the soil or something?
It probably is, man. I don't know. It's not supposed to be. The stuff that I get is supposed to be pretty good, but man. I know before I started doing that shit, I had every form of weed known to man in my yard, and it was fucking with my dog's allergies real bad. So I kind of had to do something.
It's funny you said that, talking about your dogs. Would you say you're an animal lover, Creech?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mad Pieman, you still there? Would you say you're an animal lover? Yeah, there's some animal lovers out there. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you a little funny story my parents told me today, okay? I called my mom. They live in South Africa. And it was her birthday, so I called her to wish her a happy birthday. And now my parents have these friends from Malawi, which is a small country in Central Africa, South Central Africa, okay? Very poor nation, not a lot going on there. And one of my dad's friends from work, UN folks, was trying to migrate to Australia and take the dog, their dear beloved dog, with them. Okay? But now, of course, hey, Mad Pieman, you would know Australia has very strict quarantine laws, very strict laws for bringing in animals and stuff, and yada, yada, yada. Long story short, they had to live at least 3 months in a country that was recognized by Australia as far as being, safe for animals, okay? So they moved to Cape Town and they rented themselves an Airbnb for 3 months just so that this dog could, supposedly, just so this dog could get his papers to go into Australia. Okay, Terrence, you're following this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So think about this. All the starving starving children in Africa, and you got some Africans who are renting Airbnb for 3 months in Cape Town so that their dog can go with them to Australia. Okay?
Yeah.
True story. You can't make this shit up.
Oh, I believe you, because didn't Justin Bieber have a monkey situation in Australia too?
Of course he did. But I mean, I'm talking about real people. I'm talking about real people in the real world, okay? Like this is for real, okay? And so this is weeks ago. My mom told me this story. We laughed, whatever. Today I called her up. She says, Ricky, remember my friends from Malawi with the dog? Right away, I said, let me guess. It got hit by a car. My mom was like, what? I told you? She's like, no. I was like, no. She's like, yeah. It got run over by a fucking car yesterday. Okay? Bye-bye, Australia. Okay? I mean, am I insensitive for laughing about this or what? Come on, help me out here, Trees.
Now, you call me an animal lover, and I'll take that title.
Of course, I'm an animal lover too. Okay, I'm an animal lover too.
Definitely a lie in there because you go to part made a joke about animal lovers and people running off in the woods and marrying animals. No, I don't love my dogs like that. But on the line of what you're talking about, I've got aunts and I've got a grandmother, my nana, who has spent thousands of dollars, multiple surgeries on specific dogs with intestinal problems. You name it, dude. Thousands and thousands of dollars for surgeries, multiple surgeries for these dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a dog that's sick, dude. I've got a dog that I've been dealing with, and nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody wants to go put their dog down. You know what I mean? And you feel obligated to do what you can for your animals, right?
Sure.
But in my grandmother's case, and a couple of my aunts, none of these people are wealthy. None of these people are even comfortable, right? And it goes back to what I'm saying. If you get hurt and you lose your income for a year, does your lifestyle change, right? For most people, it does. You know what I mean? Very few, it wouldn't change. And if you're one of those few, then you are wealthy, right? But, we're talking about very poor people living in very poor conditions, spending thousands of dollars on their dogs, right? Now, when you get to that point, it's not only a selfish thing. I feel like it's extremely selfish. I feel like it's abusive to the animal to put that animal through multiple surgeries just to make yourself feel better.
It's a tricky one.
So I don't like to put animals on per se an automobile, where if you damage your automobile up to a certain point, it's salvageable. But if it's damaged more than that compared to how much it's worth, then they'll go ahead and they'll demolish it, right? So I don't like to look at animals like that. But at the same time, you got to look at what your needs are, and if you got kids, if you got other people you're taking care of, all that kind of thing, and you have to prioritize what's important. And most people can't afford $3,000 surgery to fix their dog's stomach, and also even if you can, let's put yourself in that animal's position. Do you think that dog would choose a surgery? Do you think the dog would choose to deal with the after effects of dealing with nerve damage and everything that a person deals with after surgery? Because anytime you have any type of surgery, you're going to have issues. You're going to have problems. It's going to hurt. You're going to have pain there the rest of your life. So this poor animal is going to deal with pain in its gut the rest of its life just so you can feel better, feel like you've done the best that you can for it. I think that that's ridiculous. So
where do you draw the line?
Where do I draw the line? When a dog needs any type of major surgery. When a dog is injured to the point where it needs major surgery, where you're having to spend thousands of dollars. Case in point, all right? Before we got my biggest dog, we had just the two females, right? Well, we brought Rufus home, my male, and the two females ran off. They disappeared. They were gone all fucking weekend, all right? We were out in the backyard. We were out in the pasture. We were out up and down the neighborhood all fucking weekend, crying, screaming, yelling for these fucking dogs. We could not find them, right? So Friday night, all day Saturday, Sunday morning, we went out there again, couldn't fucking find them. Sunday evening, we're sitting there, eyes swelled up from crying all day. Fucking, it was horrible. It was a horrible experience.
Sure.
We thought for sure they were gone, right? Well, they come running back. They come back, right? One of them fucking paw, her entire leg was broken. Like it was literally dangling. You know what I mean? And so I made her I don't know what you call it. For some reason, I'm like a stent.
Okay.
I made her a stent.
Okay.
And I wrapped the fuck out of that leg. You know what I mean? And it healed up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime later, there was always a swell there, and there was always you could tell. You know what I mean? If you felt on that leg, you could tell that something had happened there. But she ran around just fine. She could jump a fence like nobody's business. Never acted like anything was wrong with her or anything like that, right? Well, I think she had, at one point, she went to jump the fence, and she was a real large dog. She was a red heeler mixed with some other really large dog. We're not sure what all she was, but she was really large, probably 100, 105-pound dog. And she had, on the same leg, she had ripped her skin open. Or I don't know if you can see my arm, but she pretty much had a tear down to the bone. I mean, you can literally see bones and shit all the way up and down her front leg, right? This was about 3 weeks before Christmas. Not even a week before Christmas, maybe. It was right before Christmas. We had to take her to the emergency room because she was laid open. There was nothing else we could do, and literally had to spend all of our Christmas money, getting her patched up. And when we took her there, then they started grilling me. Well, what happened to her leg? They did X-rays and seen there was, there had been a fracture there before and whatnot. So I'm like, hey, a couple months back, she got out of the arch, came back with a broken paw. I fucking made a stent. I fixed her up. She's fine. Dude, they treated me like shit, dude. And literally, I left there feeling like a piece of shit for not, taking her in and having have her leg reset and all that, and pins and all that shit like they would want to do.
But the leg was fine.
Oh, she was fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I draw the line, dude. If we can't afford to go do something about it, we can't afford to do something about it. I'm not going to go take out a fucking second mortgage on my house for one of my animals. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that you can be a good person and care about your animals and all that. It can be really important to you, but you still have to be sensible about your life. You know what I mean? And if it's something you wouldn't afford yourself or one of your kids, why would you afford it to your dog?
Well, maybe you just don't have.
People get sick; they don't even go to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they'll take their dog to the vet. They'll buy that expensive ass veterinary medicine, and they'll give it to the dog exactly how it's sold on the bottle. You know what I mean? People take care of their animals better than they can take care of themselves, and I think that's wrong. Because your animals, they'll take care of you faster than they'll take care of themselves.
It's a tricky one.
I didn't understand you.
Sorry, I said it's a tricky one. It's really a tricky one. But I just thought the irony of the whole thing was so funny. It's just like, wow, really?
I think it's irresponsible even for somebody that has the money. I think it's irresponsible. And not only that, it's selfish, and I think that you're putting whatever animal through a bunch of undue stress that,
Sure.
that they don't deserve to go through. They can't understand. They can't reason in their minds why they're in pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we can reason it. We can be like, oh, that's why it hurts. It's my fault. Whatever, you know. An animal's not going to know. They're not going to question it. You know what I mean? They're just fucking dealing with it. And I guarantee you, you know, given the choice, the dog's not just going to go opt for surgery. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well.
It just, they'd be like, you know, fuck it, just take me out. This shit hurts, man. I'm done, you know? But I don't know. It's a touchy subject, dude. And I understand people that get really emotional about it. I get super emotional about my dogs too, but
Sure.
But if I don't have money in my fucking bank to do something about shit, then that's how it is, right? There's not much else I can do.
Well, that's where the whole insurance game comes into play, right? Because people take out animal insurance and pet insurance and all that stuff. I don't know how it is over there, but I know people who have pet insurance, and that's how they can afford the $8,000 liver transplant surgery or whatever. You know?
I don't know how people can even afford health insurance anymore, much less insurance on their animals. That shit's
it's a hustle.
Insurance itself is one of the biggest fucking con markets.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think if people don't use their insurance, then they should at least get a cut of the money back, dude. We took everybody else is paying high premiums because of a select few that can't. You know what I mean?
Insurance is a hustle, period. But on certain things, you have no choice. You have a home, you have to have home insurance. You can't not have home insurance.
Pay it off, as long as it's got a note on it, dude.
I don't think so. I think, like in Canada, I think your home has to have home insurance, like no matter what it is.
I don't think it's the case in all the states.
No.
Maybe some of the states of the United States, but not all of them.
Oh. Life insurance, car insurance, you know, unemployment insurance. It's all insurance. Insurance from what?
Yeah, and that's the thing. If it was just insurance against anything, that's one thing. But then they write out your policies and do their damnedest not to fucking pay anything.
I'll be back, okay?
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Absolutely. But yeah, insurance, all their plans, they've got, you know, loopholes and shit. You know what I mean? And if particular situations happen, extenuating circumstances, they're not going to fucking cover it, dude. They go out of their way not to cover shit. Oh shit! I forgot to turn my Uber app off. That's how slow it was tonight. I've literally been on the stream for almost 40 minutes now, and I just now got a call for a ride. I got to turn this app off. No, I'm not working anymore right now. Yeah, it was a strange, slow night for Uber. Thursday night's usually better. I didn't do too bad money-wise, but usually Thursday night going into the weekend, it's usually pretty busy, and it just really was.
Oh, I'm back.
I will be working more this weekend to cover for it,
Yeah,
for sure.
99% work, payout, collection, 1% payout. I like it. Makes sense. You know?
Oh yeah, you're reading the chat. I had to look back in there.
Oh.
You ran off. I just got a call for Uber because I forgot to turn my app off, and I was kind of laughing. It's been like 2 hours since I even got a call.
For Uber or for Lyft? Do you do both?
Lately, I've just been doing Uber.
Oh yeah.
I do both. I do bounce back and forth.
Well, yeah. Is it like you have an Uber phone, you have a Lyft phone?
No, it's applications that you download on the same device.
Okay. Because originally Uber had its own phone, right?
I don't know.
Like years ago.
It sounds right. When they first started.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably sounds right. But no, they just got an app now.
So good to eat. So good to eat. So, other than that, what's new in conspiracy land? What's the latest?
I don't know. We was gonna watch a video earlier. GM gave me a link to a video. Said he found a casino that he's pretty sure that was funded and designed by the Freemasons. So I was kind of interested to watch that. And then he got into a fucking wreck halfway during the stream, so that kind of put a damper on things. And then we came back and started another stream. Was about to start that video, and then Vessel jumped in, and we started chatting with him. So that was the next thing, was watching that video. I was kind of interested to see. But, you know, I don't really plan any of this shit, man. I just, you know, you said start a stream, I fucking start a stream. Fuck it.
Are you following the Nipsey Hussle thing? Has it hit your...
It's funny you brought it up. I was telling GM about that because like pretty much exactly right after Jackie came home, and she was like, "Did you hear Nipsey Hussle died?" Blah blah blah. And she was all excited about it, and I literally looked at her. I was like, "Have you ever heard any of his music? You know who he is?" "Well, no." You know what I mean? And she ran off, and I was sitting here like, "Well, why was she? She's a nurse, dude. Why are they even talking about her at her job? Like, what a weird position. What a weird place for that to be a topic." And then you brought it up, and and of course I turned YouTube on, and there's thousands of people mourning this guy and whatnot, right? Dude, no, I started to check out one of his songs, and I heard N-word this, N-word that. Like literally the first 3 sentences, he was like N-word, 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 and I was like, fuck this shit. So I turned it up. Don't know who the guy was. I heard he was 33 years old, so that sounds really Masonic. And Jackie told me that he was with Jay-Z's label, which, you know, just ties everything back to that shit too. So it just seems like another big fraudulent fucking psyop, right? Because I still have not, I don't know who this dude is at all. But everybody's all upset about it like it's Tupac again or something.
Well, that's it. The first words that I heard come out of some eyewitness or whatever at the vigil, the live vigil that they were doing.
Complete Hustler was shot.
Right?
Sorry, I was reading Matt
and I'm just like, right off the bat, reference to Tupac. I'm like, okay, here we go. So, I mean, it's so, but myself having never heard of this music, of his music,
Yeah.
or any of this stuff, you put it on, and 10 seconds in, you automatically know what is going on, right? So
there were 2 similarities between him and Tupac. Just 2.
Wow.
They rapped and they got shot. That's it. That's it.
Well, for me, what's more...
Completely. Tupac was... Everybody fucking knew Tupac when he got killed, dude.
Yeah.
People that didn't even know didn't listen to rap knew Tupac.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course. Kind of like this, right?
Yeah, I'm not laughing at the poor man's death, you know. I'm not trying to make light of anybody getting killed. I just don't know this guy, and it's like, what the fuck is all this hype about? You know?
Well,
I just don't. And yeah, I heard the connotations to Tupac, and I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous. You're talking about something that happened in the 90s versus fucking almost 2020. You know what I mean?
Well, you can make the correlations are being made on purpose to illustrate the fugaziness of the whole thing, right? But I mean, for me, this basically, I'm gonna say that it's these are all characters, anyways. These are all personalities. The same way Tupac was a personality, was a character, was a brand. So is this guy, obviously, right? And it doesn't matter that you had never heard about him. You've heard about him now. And you're going to keep seeing references to him forever. Whether like it doesn't matter if he's dead or not. The story is he's dead. And so there we go, you know?
I don't know. I'm getting premonitions and nightmares of my grandkids running up to me and be like, "Grandpa, were you alive when Nipsey Hussle was rapping?" You know, shit like that.
Was shot.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But dude, I still don't know who that motherfucker was. You know.
On the
and
eve.
it'll annoy the shit out of me that my grandkids will. You know what I mean?
On the
and I'll
eve.
be like, but did you hear about Tupac? And they'll be like, Tupac? Who the fuck is that? Right?
Actually, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, you got 3 people watching now, dude.
That's fun. 4 for 4. That's fine. So I just shake my head in awe and amazement of how easily manipulated and guided this. Well, I mean, that's what they're showing us, right? They're showing us that all these people, 1 million views within 24 hours, yada, yada. Like, so this could all be fabricated shit anyways, and there's really only a very small number of people that actually really give a fuck about any of this shit, you know? But they're showing it to us as if it's so much more. But really, it really isn't.
You know what's so amazing to me is a person, because I haven't been to the new Marvel movies. I imagine they're astonishing. I imagine they're fucking vivid and fucking incredible and immersive and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine they are. Because the last few movies that I went to, I can't remember what they were or how long ago it was, but the few times I went to, you know, a big theater, big fancy theater that had the 3D experience or whatever, I remember how realistic it looked. So, all right, so take into account when Star Wars came out, right? What was it, 84? Was it earlier than 84?
75, 76, no?
Okay.
Somebody research that, please.
Right. So let's take that into account. And you could, to this day, you could pop in a fucking a VHS or, you know, whatever.
Actually,
that Pyman says, and you can watch this movie and fully be immersed and fully feel like, and it looked like you're on another fucking planet.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're really flying fucking motorbikes through fucking trees and shit that are really just floating through the air. And it looks very real.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Back in 77, they made this shit that to this day still looks real enough on a movie that you would be like, damn, that's fucking awesome. It looks real. But you fucking tell them that they faked some shit in the news or whatever, and people are like, oh, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
That's what blows my mind.
Well,
you know?
people want to believe whatever
we
they
know
want
what
to believe.
they can make shit look like anything. They can make shit look like anything. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But we still, you know, people still want to feel like they're being, like they can believe shit, you know, and, you know, especially if they see it on TV that it's...
It must be real. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I figured, you know, he's gonna win a what do they call them? Postmortem award. He's gonna win the Grammy for Best Rap Album of the Year. That's for sure.
He'll go triple platinum now that he's fucking dead, right?
Well, of course. And you know what? This makes me think about early in my conspiracy indoctrination, you know, in my exposure to this little pocket, I stumbled upon all these channels that do the sacrifice videos, you know, like all these celebrities are sacrificing each other, and that's how they come to the top and they move up. And, you know, so Nipsey was really sacrificed. Is probably sacrificed by Jay-Z, and the Illuminati is now, dude, No, it's all just fake. That's it. Thank you very much. They didn't show you anything. Just look at the video footage of the ambulances, and it's all fake.
Yeah.
There's nothing real about it.
I'm gonna check and see how we're good we're doing on them. I got the same number of watchers. Got 4 people watching.
Nice. The double 44 code. Sweet.
There we go.
You know, like, and why would it be? And why would it be? Why would it be real? Like
it's like what they were saying about the moon landing. You know, I don't know if you caught that part of the stream where they were talking about how we didn't just want to go to the moon, like they felt like we had to go to the moon. So there was really like no way that they could take the chance on not making it to the moon. You know what I mean?
Sure, of course.
So they just faked the whole thing, so that way they wouldn't have to take the chance.
Oh, I mean, take the chance. Okay, do amazing things if you're actually gonna do them. But there's no amazing in peeling back the layers. Most people just think you're fucking nuts. Don't they get away from you. Get away from me.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree. There aren't enough people asking questions or inquiring. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well,
but I think a lot of that's out of fear too, man. It's just like what Matt Byman just said. Knowing that you've been fooled is the biggest challenge to face.
Of course.
Knowing that you've been fooled and accepting it is the biggest challenge, right? Like a lot of people will just fucking ignore it, man. And I guess people could say that I smoke a lot of weed because I'm trying to cope, and that may be
escaping.
Right, you know, I'm trying to cope with what I see as true, and deal with the truth versus this false reality that I see going on around me. Because we have to still play along with it to a point. You know what I mean? We really do. You know, for our personal betterment and safety and all that shit. No matter how much truth we see and how much cracks we see in the works, we still have to go along with it. On some.
You pick and choose how you want to apply it to your own existence. I think is what it boils down to.
I'm just saying, dude, you still have to follow the speed limits. Most of us still have to work. We still have to make money. We still have to go and do shit that otherwise, knowing what we know, we would otherwise be like, fuck that, right?
But then what? Right?
Right. Then that's where they want us.
You want to go?
We're suckling off the nipple of society, and they're taking away all the knowledge on how not to. You know what I mean? And also ostracizing the people that are trying to teach people how to. Live off the land, how to trap for food, how to build shelters, how to make clothes, all that stuff. Dude, every technical field will be gone soon. They don't want people knowing how to do shit. You know?
They want them listening to Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, I prefer not to participate in the beast system either, but where do you get a check? Because I've been asking this. Anybody know? Where can you get a check and cash it and it not be participating in the beast system? How can you support your family? How can you pay your bills and not participate in the beast system? How? Tell me how. I'll fucking go do it, dude. Because I don't want no part of that shit. I don't want to fear that I'm risking my soul. If there is an eternity in the afterlife, I'm not selling my soul to Satan for sure. So, where do I go to support my family as a good man should, and contribute and put my work in that I'm not contributing to the system somehow? I don't know where that is, dude. That's like a mythological place. Like,
yeah, it doesn't really exist. Yeah.
If you go anywhere and make money, you're taking it from someone else. You know, there's all these variables that you have to consider. You know what I mean?
Of course. And you know, the what are the options? You fight the system, or you join the system, right?
Yeah.
Are those the only two?
You live in the woods and live on your own off the grid, and you deal with life in reality as harsh as it can be, or you accept the comforts that the government gives you and deal with the evilness that goes with it, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you have to keep being blind to it. You know, I'd say pick and choose your battles, right?
Yeah.
I like the idea of peaceful non-compliance, right?
And that goes along with what I was talking about earlier about passive aggressiveness, man.
Mm-hmm.
They would prefer us being passive aggressive. They want us passive even if we're grumbling about it, even if we're making smart ass comments. Because the smart ass comments and the grumbles that makes us feel better, it helps those around us, you know, because they can see that we're going through the same shit. So as long as we're all complaining together, you know, misery loves company.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a tricky one. It's a really tricky one, and I for myself over the years I've learned that realizing the circle of people around me that really does matter is very, very small, really, when you break down all the illusions and
That's a good point.
The pretentiousness of it all, you know. I can admit that I used to pretend to be somebody, or I was trying to be or acting like somebody and not myself. And so once you become confident in yourself and comfortable absolutely in who you are and what you stand for, then you can just start not really caring if other people are going to not like you or judge you for the fact that you think differently, you know, or that you have a different opinion on something. Dude, I'm so tired of getting into conversations with people about any of this subject because people are just, they just can't. The majority of people just can't even go there, you know?
Well, it challenges them to question their own faiths and what they understand and what they've accepted as true.
I believe in a currency that transcends the physical. Matt Pyman's talking about money becoming obsolete. I do believe there is a sort of like
I'll tell you one side what you were just saying. That when I go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say that I was a deeply devout Christian, you know, until in my mid-20s or so. And I will say that I can understand why people get defensive and I don't know, maybe even combative during conversations about religion and stuff. Because when I really started questioning my faith and you know, and eventually denounced Christianity and all, it was a very painful process, dude. It was probably as painful as any of the worst experiences that I've ever been through. Because when you really start, you know, hacking away at the foundations of everything that you've always believed is truth, it's devastating.
Can be, yep. At first.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And my point of it, and there was a Christian guy that talked to me about it because he was concerned about my ethics and stuff like that, with believing in religion and believing, you know, specifically that anyone religion is completely right. He was worried that without that structure and without constant reminder, without that fear of, you know, a heavy hand coming down to whap me every time I'm not doing right, how would I, you know, would I just be a debaucherous fucking criminal? You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
No, actually, when I denounced Christianity and when I realized that, you know, that may not be true for me anymore, it actually it challenged my ethics even more, because now I don't know, right? I don't have that security, that false faith of knowing where exactly what's going to happen after I die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to consider what the possibilities are, and they're quite endless, you know. And, you know, worst case scenario, I think for me is nothing, right? I think I fear nothing more than anything. I think I would rather have pain and sorrow over nothing. You know what I mean? Just to exist. You know what I mean? So the idea of not existing at all anymore, that I think frightens me the most.
Mm-hmm.
But I accept it as possible, and once you accept that that's possible, then you can get past that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as back on my ethics is concerned, what my point is I found that, not missuccumbs, probably not the word, I really held on to my ethics even more after that, because I didn't, this eternal forgiveness that's going to be like, oh, it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay you did that today. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that I have that. I feel like our decisions on a daily basis, you know, you put yourself where you belong, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so our own consciousness is our own judge. You know what I mean?
There is something keeping track, for sure. And over the years, I've realized that one way or another, it all comes back around one way or another. And only when you come to a state of being at peace with yourself does the rest of the world start to just kind of make more sense, slowly but surely. You know? That's what I say. But going on.
I agree. If you've got chaos inside, all you're going to see is chaos outside.
Pretty much. And many people, unfortunately, were thrust into a world of chaos within their very immediate circles. That it's very unfortunate, you know. And hopefully one day they'll be able to see that it wasn't their fault that they got thrust in that, and that they have the choice to step away.
Right.
Like the way one day you realize, holy shit, I'm an alcoholic and I need to stop drinking, and then you start hanging around with people who only drink all the time, and you realize, wait a second, I don't want to be that person anymore, you know?
Right.
Or the church group or any other social behavior.
It's across the board.
You know? But I do believe in the currency that we...
I got married.
Say it again?
So I was going to say, I got married young and was pretty, out there, man. I pretty much tried to hit on every girl I could, and did some stupid shit, dude. I used to cheat on my wife all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had talked about it. She kind of come to expect it from me, but it didn't make it okay.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it just coincides with what you're saying about a person realizing they're an alcoholic or whatever. You know, I think I was out chasing some random piece of ass one night. You know, 2 or 3 at least. Now, the time it was always over some stupid shit. You know, never worth it at all.
Never is.
And you know, I'm driving back, and it dawned on me that, you know, what if somebody tried to break into my house while I'm out there chasing ass? You know, and I got my wife and kids at home. You know, and I'm out here just trying to get numbers and shit. You know, just playing games. And so I don't know. I think I was 22 or 23, and like, dude, I'm done, man. I'm not going to do this shit.
How did this turn into a Treach Confessions?
Because like I said, you know. Well, you were talking about a person changing their life.
Their course, yeah.
So, and that's what happened, dude. I just realized that I was wrong. And even though my wife, you know, could come to expect it from me, and even though, you know, I never made any promises to her about that kind of thing, I quit, you know. I quit doing that shit because it was wrong, and because I was putting my family in danger just by not being there for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just by not being there, just by being out and trying to chase some tail like I wasn't already in love with somebody, and like I didn't already have commitments and shit, you know? And just because I was being honest about it with everybody, I was being honest with the girls I was talking to, and my wife, I was honest with my wife about shit. It didn't make it right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and eventually I realized that I was wrong, and I stopped. And even without even talking to my wife about it, you know, without telling her, hey,
by the way,
you know, congratulations, you got my complete attention now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just stopped, and I was like, you know, because you know, it definitely caused problems, even if I was honest about it. And
of course,
we definitely had, you know, breaking up and getting back together scenarios often for quite a few years.
Sure.
But once I realized what I was doing, you know, as a person, you know, and as a father, it you know, even if I was being honest about it with everybody, and I wasn't necessarily cheating, so to speak, you know what I mean? I was still, you know, I wasn't responsible to my family, and if I wasn't there to take care of them, I should be out making money to take care of them. All things that I do should be in an effort to take care of them. You know what I mean? And
sure.
And that's, you know, I was young when we started having kids and we got married. So I just did the best that I could dealing with the responsibilities. And along the way, I became an adult. You know what I mean? And realizing along the way how wrong I was on certain situations.
And how much it left you feeling empty inside every time after, you know?
Oh yeah. You know, it's just good that alcoholic at whatever point realized what he was doing or she was doing, and they stopped, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good that at whatever point I realized that my ventures and the stuff that I was putting the most effort into wasn't worth anything. You know, it was a bunch of pointless, fucking meaningless sex with random strangers. Is what it boiled down to, you know. So, you know.
And where are they now, huh?
I couldn't tell you most of their names. You know, I couldn't tell you most of my ex-girlfriends' names at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So you were talking about, you know, eventually you find out what people you really care about and what people you really don't.
Actually, truly, you know?
Yeah. There's not really a lot of people that do.
Nope. Not really. Actually. So.
Not in the long run, you know?
In the end, only the time will tell. The time reveals everything, you know?
Yeah. I was telling my daughter, you know, her and her boyfriend, every few months or so, they get into their little spats, and he'll pack a bag and leave and this kind of thing. And so, look, you know, you can cry about it all night, and you can stress and worry whether or not he's going to be there for you, or you can just fucking breathe, live your life, and wait and see. Because if somebody can't live without you, they're not going to. You know, if they can, they will. Right?
Mm-hmm. Well, life's about starting again. It's never too late to start again, in a sense.
Every day, right?
Yeah, every day. Yeah. Hey, so we're all fathers here, eh? The three fathers. You, me, and Mad Pyman, and I'm the youngest of the batch. I'm the baby in the group.
How old is Matt Pyman? I feel like I should know this already, but I can't remember. I'm being honest, Pyman. I should have been an adult at 19 or 20 when I had my daughter. I just wasn't. I wasn't an adult until probably 29 years old.
How old? 29? 29?
Yep. I was selling weed and got caught with an ecstasy pill at 29 and went to jail with a felony. So yeah, that's pretty childish.
Wow.
That was my turning point. I got a 2-year deferred sentence, and they said that I stay out of trouble for 2 years, and that felony got expunged. And that's exactly what I fucking did. I went to work, went home for 2 years, and then ever since, that's all. I go to work and I come home. I don't do shit. I don't go to bars. I don't fucking go hang out with friends and shit. You know? Y'all see what I do? I fucking listen to music and stream.
Yeah, that's it. Stay out of trouble, Treach.
I stay out of trouble, man. I don't want nothing to do with that shit. I thought I was a thug in my 20s, dude. I thought I was gangster, man. I ran with people that weren't, you know.
Hold on.
But
you went from...
When you get cuffed up with a felony and you're facing serious time, that's when you know whether or not you're a thug. And I'm not. No question about it, dude. That let me know right then and there. This is not the life for me.
Yeah.
I somehow made it until I was 29 without any major drug charges, and that's beyond me. I don't know how, but you know, I got 2-year deferred sentence, and I stayed the fuck out of trouble after that, dude.
So what's a 2-year deferred sentence? What does that mean?
It's where you basically are on parole for 2 years. If you get into any type of trouble whatsoever, you go straight to jail.
Because what? That was your first offense, and you had a good lawyer or something?
That was my first major offense. Other than that, I had some traffic shit.
Okay.
You know, but I'd never been in any serious trouble.
Yeah, nothing criminal.
Nope. So yeah, I don't know if they do that now, but you know, that was in 2009, and that's what they offered me. I fucking took it. And they were laughing at me, dude. Even the people in jail, they were like, oh, yeah, this fucking... Because I went in, dude, my hair was standing straight up, dude. I was high on ecstasy, and I was pissed off in a motherfucker because I did not want to be in jail.
Your pupils are fucking dilated as shit.
Yeah,
like,
they were like, oh, this dude's going to be back 100 fucking times. I was like, nope. This is it. This is the only fucking time you're going to see me fucking here, unless I'm here to pick up a friend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, dude, I'm not going back to David L. Moss. Fuck that shit. That's the jail in Tulsa.
Talk about a bad trip, eh? Tripping on some ecstasy.
You do not want to be high on ecstasy in jail. No.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And it's not a good setting.
You're like,
start touching yourself inappropriately.
Yeah, like, this prison cell is so warm.
No, it definitely wasn't. No.
Never a dull moment. So you heard the you heard the you need 1,000 subs now to be able to stream live on your mobile device.
Really?
It's a new thing, yeah. Just saw the notification for it maybe an hour ago. Yeah.
That's weird.
Well,
I wonder if it has anything to do with these people doing crazy shit on live streams.
ooh.
Or them claiming that they're doing crazy shit on live streams.
It's all connected. Hey, it's fun. It's fun. It's all connected. So now I really.
Did you see any of the videos that they said that there were people wearing red throughout that video of the New Zealand shooter? There were red code throughout the whole fucking thing. Did you see any of that?
I saw a little bit of the footage from like when he went inside and was shooting and flipping it around and that.
But I watched the whole thing with Jackie, and I watched another video where they pointed out people in red along the way, like they were triggers. You know what I mean? Like he might have been under some type of mind control.
Oh boy!
I know, dude. Shut up, dude. I know you're. I'm just saying, we have to entertain the possibility that some of this stuff is real to a point. You know what I mean?
Mad Pyman, fill in our buddy here. What happened in New Zealand? Mad Pyman, in a word.
He said it happened to him. What is he talking about?
I was talking about what we were talking about earlier on. Whatever we were talking about earlier on.
Yeah, there's a delay, Matt. You're gonna have to clear the air. I'll try to wait for your response.
Terrace Treat Renfro. Are you telling me that you're going with the Manchurian Candidate angle on the New Zealand thing? Went berserk.
I'm just saying I did see people wearing red throughout the video, which was kind of weird.
Okay. So,
and not to mention, they weren't fucking running. Like, that was another weird thing. I noticed that there were still people kind of milling around during a couple of parts of the video where, dude, you had to have heard all the gunshots. What the fuck are you doing? Just like, just fucking walking down the street. If you, like, even like 2 blocks away, you hear an assault rifle, you're going to hear it, right? Tut, 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 tut. You know what I mean? And you don't fucking just keep milling along and like, you know what I mean? You're going to fucking stay clear of that area, dude. You're going to be like, what the fuck's going on over there, you know?
You're absolutely right. 100%. So therefore, what does that mean?
It's all fake.
Well,
it's all fake, yes, but what if it's not, dude? I have to entertain the possibility that some of that shit was not fake. Some of it, something or another, wasn't fake about it.
Okay, what was the real? What was real about it? What was real about it in your opinion?
When he came out of the mosque, and at the last time, without going back in, there was a lady laying in the street that he had already shot, and you could hear her say, "Help me." She was screaming for help, and he plugged her a couple more times. The way that it hit her head and the way that everything ricocheted, it looked too realistic. That was very hard to watch.
Okay.
And I'm having trouble even talking about it because that was a very, like, even Jackie was like, oh shit.
Are you reading the Mad Pyman is filling you in right there on everything that happened officially there. So, but my question is this, like at what point do you auto hoax things? You don't auto hoax things?
I try not to. Okay, to me, like, auto hoaxing is just like racism in a lot of ways.
Okay.
Because you're just taking. That's maybe. Do you not think it's possible they want you to just automatically assume everything's fake? Do you not think that possibly might? They want you so far detached and removed from reality that you're like, none of this shit's fucking real. I don't even care. I'm going to focus on this shit.
But we're part of we're part of the very few people that even entertain this notion that some of it is real, right? The majority. This is not that stuff. That stuff was for the people to keep the narrative, fall in line, and flip the script now, and oh, 2 mosques in Christchurch, like really, 2 mosques in Christchurch. Like just that in itself is like, what?
I didn't understand that, because if it's Christ Church, were they Muslim or were they Christian Muslim?
Well, Christchurch is the name of the city.
I didn't understand that.
Christchurch is the name of the place in New Zealand where these mosques are, I guess, So just
okay. So let me ask you this: is there animosity between Christians and Muslims in New Zealand?
Well, isn't that the endless age-old battle?
From what I've always understood, that Muslims just hated white people in America.
Everybody hates everybody. That's the point. Okay. Well, now and then.
I don't believe that.
Oh,
that's something that I think is completely false.
Well, of course it's false, but that's the narrative. But that's but that's the point.
That's the fucking problem.
The point is, in the real world, people don't hate each other. They're just bombarded with fake shit that seeps into our, like, hate is created, hate is fabricated, hate is built based on deception and lies, right? If 2 mosques in Christchurch, like, so right there you have Christ and Islam going again, like, what? And of course it was a white guy, a white supremacist that walked into these mosques.
I don't think that hate in itself is bad either.
Anyways,
I don't think that. I see, like I said, I'm not a Christian. I don't believe that hate is inherently wrong. I think it's okay for you to hate whatever you hate. God hates certain things, and it says in the Bible there's certain things that God hates. God detests a lukewarm person. He'll spew you from his mouth. He'd rather you be cold or hot. I remember being taught that shit.
Fair enough.
He either wants you completely for him or against him.
Fair enough.
So
of course.
If God can hate, God's openly hates. He hates jealousy. He hates envy. He hates fucking greed. Right.
Sure.
This is what we were raised to. What I've been raised to believe.
Sure.
And so this is stuff that I can't stand, dude. I can't stand greedy fucking. I can't stand a fat fucking sloth, greedy ass bastard that can't settle with the $2 million he made this year. He's got to get $3 million next year. You know what I mean? That kind of shit, like what you said, when they're starving kids in Ethiopia, and I know that we've got enough empty homes to give homeless people houses in the United States. Yeah, that shit pisses me off, dude. I hate that shit.
Okay.
Let homeless people at least have
okay,
an
but
apartment.
then what's that gonna do? What's that gonna do to help change? You hating it is gonna do what? It's gonna do what to solve the homelessness problem by hating it?
It is my stance on and how I feel about that particular thing, right? So people want to know. You don't want to be a fence sitter about everything. So there, when it comes to certain things, I don't feel bad like child molesters, like rapists. Somebody that just goes and kills somebody for no fucking reason, dude. I hate that type of person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they're here. It happens, right? So yeah, I feel okay about hating child molesters.
Well, anyways, bringing it back to this shooting. So for again, for me, where I'm at right now, I see the production for what it is. So Why wasn't anybody running? Well, because the footage was taken with someone wearing a body cam, and then they added the gun and all that other stuff later in CGI. Maybe the whole thing is CGI, you know?
I do agree with Matt Pyman about I didn't hear people screaming and people running and stuff like that.
It's like the fact that
that was weird.
The fact that it exists is just proof that it's fabricated. That's just, I think this should just be that. If it's coming out of there, then it's a made up, just like the Smollett thing, just like the whole Nipsey Hussle. It's all just entertainment to lure you away, to poison the consciousness, to suck people's energy, and to feed more fear that, oh, somebody's gonna come at any point and take you down. Get the fuck out of here. Like, that's it, because there's no proof that the shit was real. There's no blood. There was no fucking, there's dummies in the room. And I mean, okay, it's a mannequin, it's CGI. It's the same. It's the same. Like, and this is not the first time. This is not the first time.
Because back in the day, any of that sensitive footage would have never been shown to public. It would have just been talked about.
So now think about this, right? With all this activity going on, now on YouTube, if you have less than 1,000 subscribers, you can't go live on a mobile device. So the majority of normal people have mobile devices and like less than 1,000 subscribers, right? Like small channels are a couple of hundred, under 100, 200, like, so just think about that, right? Like, it's going to be even more controlled. And, you know, next thing,
I kind of get what you're saying, because unless you've got any type of popularity and clout, then they're not letting you have a voice.
You can't get 1,000 subscribers organically just by snapping your fingers. I mean, I don't know. Can you? Because I haven't.
I barely 700 or 800 on my own.
You know, depending on the kind of stuff that you make and how much promotion you do, or how much marketing or SEO or whatever, hashtags, and you try to you know, if you're out telling people, don't forget to like and share and subscribe and click the button. I mean, it all depends on what you're trying to achieve, right? So.
Well, I definitely did a lot of self-promotion and promotion for other channels too.
Sure. And that's how you got there.
I had, made 100 handouts and definitely do cross promotion on different platforms, all that shit. You know, on daily. When I start a stream, I'll go and post
my last match
on several different platforms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm doing it, even though it doesn't usually get very far. I do everything I can.
And that's work.
So, yeah,
and that's work. That's work.
To 1,000 subs on my own, but I wasn't. That was a full year of me posting videos and promoting. Yeah. Hard,
right? And then you
hard, yeah.
And then you see some 12-year-old girl with 333,000 subscribers doing the one-eyed symbolism and all the, you know.
Yeah, of course, right?
The editing, right?
Well, I guess if I started doing that crap, then you should expect that I get a bunch of subs, then, huh?
Well, no, it's just to illustrate what is really organic and what is really just another commodity, just more entertainment, you know. And I discovered, I believe that the whole truth movement is a lot of that as well, a big chunk of it, actually, you know. So there's still a few good channels out there that are putting forth very interesting work, but otherwise it's just feeding the infinite loop of, oh, this one was quasi-real, or no, they're all fucking fake, period.
Yeah, if it's on major headline news, it's probably fake.
Well, it's not even probably. Show me one that is real. That's your challenge now. Show me one that is actually real.
I don't know that I can on the news because I told you, dude, back when I went to broadcasting school in the early 2000s, right at the beginning of 2000, they told us we could only write and do news reports from news stories that came from Reuters or Associated Press. For broadcasting purposes. So
I'm trying to get one last flame out of this pink lighter. I'm gonna do it. Keep talking. Keep talking.
I'm debating on whether or not to load a bowl. I need to go hard because I got to do yard work. Oh, it's 4:20. It's not a little bowl. Shit.
Oh shit! It's 5:20. Are you kidding me?
It's 4:20 for me. I don't know what it is for you.
5:20.
Is it? Are you an hour ahead of me?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, I think I know where how I'm at.
Yeah, let me get this bowl loaded before it's too late. I can't smoke it at 4:21.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah, I gotta do some yard work today. It's got about 2.5 hours, and I can go fire up my weed eater and start working in the yard.
You're a weed eater.
Well, I've got a bush whacker, I guess is what they're called. I don't know. I've got some bushes out back I got to knock down.
Yeah.
It's not a weed eater. It's actually a blade, a big blade that turns. But yeah.
Okay.
I need to get some preliminary shit done to keep it from getting out of hand. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to knock all the bushes down to the ground and let them restart their cycle all over again. So that'll give me plenty of time till I have to worry about them again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Growing this year that we're going to try. And yeah, I need to take down my pool.
Ooh, look who's got a pool.
Start building well, it's in above ground, but I'm getting rid of it because I'm building a greenhouse there. And I want to put a nice deck for the greenhouse where the pool is.
That's nice. I mean? That's nice.
Yeah. And I want to get the drains all ran right. I want to do it, because when we go to sell the house, I want it to, add to the property so it'll be worth more.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to build a pretty decent greenhouse, something pretty stable. So I know once the kids start moving out on us, we're probably not going to want to try to keep up with this big ass place. It's going to be too much for us. So probably a smaller house with more land is what I'm
there you go.
hoping for.
There you go. One day you can give me a tour of your place.
Sure. I kind of did one in my video, You Can't Handle the Truth. The video is called You Can't Handle the Truth. And guess what I did? I did go, downstairs.
Okay.
Around downstairs and showed out a little bit. But it's the video is You Can't Handle the Truth, and the pictures, Jack Nicholson.
That one?
Because
on which channel, Treach?
I don't know. Probably my main one. It was in response because everybody was expecting me to do a stream and just start telling everybody how I felt about them and shit. You know what I mean? So I set that stream up because you can't handle the truth because I was acting like I was gonna fucking, go off on Freddie and trying it in with Stat and all them. And instead I just filmed my family cooking dinner and us everybody dancing and listening to music and shit. It was a good video.
Nice.
Yeah. It's kind of letting everybody know, people can get on my nerves and piss me off on YouTube or whatever. I can, turn this shit off and go
Of course.
live my life. I've got a good life, man. I've got a great life, man. I can't lie.
There you
I
go.
can't take that shit for granted.
There you
I
go.
really can't. I've
There
got a
you
great
go.
life. Life is good.
Life is
So-
good.
And I know it's not for everybody. I'm not trying to rub it in your face if your life isn't good. I'm not trying to take that for granted, I
Well-
thank God daily, dude. I literally do. I thank God every time I get a ride. Every time I finish a night and I realize that I made exactly what I needed, I thank God. I appreciate it. Whoever God is and whatever that means, man. I thank God that I'm alive, dude.
There you go.
That's why we're here. We're supposed to just be happy.
Now,
You're alive, be happy.
that's it. Now, if you could tell that God that I need a lighter, that would really be helpful.
Here, let me hand this. Here, let me.
You. Oh no, you're
Hey,
teasing.
for those that's the sign of a true stoner. If you look at the bottom of their lighter, all right, you see that?
Yeah. Oh, that's where you put it out?
It's black. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I used to catch people up. I'd be like, because I used to smoke cigarettes. Be like, man, let me get a lighter, and they'd hand me a lighter. I'd look at it and be like, gotcha.
is that
You
from
smoke.
that's from packing it? That's from packing it in the bowl. That's like you pack it down.
I use it to kind of snuff the bowl
Mm.
because I don't burn the whole bowl at once. I'll just burn like the edges and shit. I try to conserve it.
Gotcha.
Shit's expensive, dude. And I haven't started growing yet. I'm gonna be getting some stuff this weekend to start growing. This weekend.
Terrace, I'm very annoyed. I'm gonna search my house now for some fire, okay? And
All right, man. I'm
What?
gonna turn some music up.
while you flip,
Are you gonna off?
yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night too, at the same time. But yeah, no,
Okay.
I don't have one of those stoves.
Do you have a toaster? Do you have a bread toaster?
My man. Now we're getting into it.
Telling you, man, stoners are geniuses when it comes down to it, man. We got to figure it out.
Are you fucking kidding me? Hello.
Did it work?
Well, not yet, but hold on. This is fucking hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, this is so genius. Oh, of course it would work. Why the fuck wouldn't it work?
Hey. See, I'm good for something sometimes.
Fucking genius.
Thank you. I often think that about myself, but I don't get called it enough.
That is actually really like the perfect. It's really the perfect example of lateral thinking and problem solving. Holy shit. Wow.
Hey, I could have astonished you because that's not even the depths that I would have went. You still probably have a water heater with a lit pilot.
No, I don't think I do. I think mine is electrical.
Most people do. Most people have a water heater. You can open that fucking lid and light the pilot. If you can light the pilot, you can light a joint.
Well, at least now I know that I will, as long as I have a toaster in the house, I'll always have a way to light a cigarette. That's fucking genius.
Yes, sir. Good. I'm glad I helped you end your night well. I know how frustrating that can be when you can't smoke your weed.
And it's my last cigarette too. That's really awesome. That was lovely. That's a lovely way to smoke this, and we're gonna have an exit. So.
I turned my music off. So go ahead.
All right. No.
Pardon me. Sorry.
What are you coughing away at there?
I just, I smoke so much, I just fucking, I can't inhale real deeply or I fucking choke. Let me see.
Can you hear that?
Well, damn, dude. We got a duck boats on there. Huh? That's right.
This was fun. This is a nice little. I'm liking this little thing. It's cool.
Now listen, Julie, baby, it ain't natural for you to cry at midnight.
I can finally my first official guest. It's pretty cool.
Honestly, dude, I think
Yeah, for sure, we will. We will.
because
Since I can't do any streams anymore on my phone, you know.
yeah, I seen you post that video earlier with that title, but I had a chance to watch it. But yeah, I'm glad I got home just in time when you started streaming. It just worked out like that. As always, I got impeccable timing.
Impeccable timing. My pizza got here. My food got here.
Yeah,
We're
great,
good.
Great talk. I'm feeling good. Smoke some good weed. It's still early enough. I can get back out, maybe get a couple of rides and shit.
There you go.
Do some yard work.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do some gardening and get some work done. So.
Yeah, that's what the plan is. Try to go hard until around noon. Try to get everything done, and then I'll be out like a light. Get up and go to work. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll do a session this weekend. It probably
maybe
probably be only a couple hours long. No, I'll probably have to do this little session.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just give you a shout. Say hello. Say bon.
Right on, man. I hope you'd show up.
Yeah. Say we'll say goodbye to Mad Pyman if he's still there.
Bye, man. Good to see you in the chat, man. I'll be uploading this to YouTube. And
yeah, you do that. You do that. Yeah. Let's see the crowd.
Who's gonna watch it? But somebody may watch it.
Yeah, if you one or two. Yeah. Bye. I'll see you later, Terrace.
Later, dude. Great talk, man.
Ciao. Bye. Thanks for tuning in.